So here's a fun question. Do you have written security policies? You know which security policies your organization needs? Well, if you're just beginning a cybersecurity program or hoping to formalize your current program, these questions may have come up. You may even have an insurance provider or an external partner asking these same types of questions. Or maybe it's just chaotic when it comes to security in general, and you have concerns about whether you're doing enough to stay ahead of the bad guys. Well, hopefully, we can talk through a few things today that will help you develop some guideposts for your future. The real goal in any cybersecurity plan should be always be improving. Think of it like a road trip. No matter where you are today, just set a marker, and that's your current posture. And then a destination, and that's your desired posture. And then work out a plan to get there. Let's take a look at a few definitions to get started. An information security policy guides the actions and principles to protect information from threats and attacks. Policies are a formal, mandatory statement established by leadership to reflect the security program objectives and govern enterprise behavior. And as you can see by this diagram from SCF, policies are the foundation for every action or directive. So how do we know which security policies an organization will need? In many cases, this will depend on a few influencing factors. First, if your organization is legally required to have specific policies in place to operate in your industry, we'll want to develop those in that manner. Second, you may have regulatory or third-party requests for specific policy documents to govern your relationship with a partner, a vendor, or a client. Either of these may require your organization to follow a framework to manage risk in a very specific and structured manner. And even if you're not required to follow a framework, I would highly encourage the use of either the Center for Internet Security Critical Security Controls, also known as CISV-8, or possibly the National Institute of Standards and Technology's Common Security Framework, or CSF. And I'll attach links for reference if you're interested in learning more about those. So how do you relate these to your cybersecurity program? Well, in simplest terms, the first validation step for a control or a safeguard in a framework is to verify that we've established a policy for that control or safeguard. Essentially, we're saying that we've established leadership intent to address the particular item in question. And from there, we can check to ensure that the control is implemented, it's automated, and that we can report on it. So let's take a look at this in action. A very valuable piece of any cybersecurity program is the incident response management. This is SysControl 17, and it addresses things like designating personnel such as an incident response team, establishing an IR process, and performing post-incident reviews following an incident, and so on. So if we look at the SYS self-assessment tool to evaluate our capabilities in this family of controls, the first criteria is that a policy is defined. So let's take a look at a sample incident response policy. So in the policy, we're laying out the foundational expectations related to incident response at the organization. We're stating the commitment from leadership, the high-level goals of incident response, and then we're referencing where to find more information in the incident response plan and who the IR team is. And we go on to talk about the life cycle for incident response to help define what all is included in the incident response process. Now, once we have a policy defined, we're empowering our team to take the necessary steps to establish the standards, procedures, and guidelines needed to meet the goals we've laid out in the policy. Remember, the first iteration may not be perfect, but it should be better than what we have today, and then we can continually evaluate our capabilities and work on improvement as we move forward. SYS makes several templates available to help us round out our entire program, and this is just one particular policy that focuses on one control. Imagine if we establish a policy for each area of risk management in our organization. Wouldn't this bring a little more structure and maybe even peace of mind to the team? Not only are we keeping all of our team informed on what's expected and how to implement the organizational objectives, but we're establishing a level of accountability. We can audit these policies moving forward to ensure that we're following our established goals and objectives related to cybersecurity and risk management. It's important to note that once we establish these policies, they should be reviewed regularly, such as any time there's a significant change to personnel, processes, or technology, and at minimum, at least once per year. These really should be considered living parts of the organization, so we don't want them to become outdated or contain incorrect information. That could cause confusion or be misinterpreted in the future. Clients with an Access Managed Security plan benefit from enhanced services that provide oversight and management of their security posture. Our certified cybersecurity specialist role is to work with your team in assessing your policies on a regular basis to provide insight to any changes that are helpful in responding to a changing threat landscape. Just like our IT managed services plans, these clients have regular business reviews with an assigned security analyst on a recurring cadence with your account team. So if you're struggling with a chaotic approach to security and risk management, reach out to the team here at Axis. Let's take a look at your current policies or your security program as a whole and see where we can help to improve your approach to risk management. Hope that helps and have a great day.